Okay, so setting up a unit conversion, so typically between like base and prefix SI units, we want to get from units of joules per millimole per degree Celsius to kilojoules per mole per degree Celsius. So two things that have got to happen here, right? If you like, you can make out a plan that you've got to go from millimoles to moles. That's one thing you've got to do, and you've got to go from joules to kilojoules. So gather together your unit conversion factors, okay? So we know milli is 10 to the minus 3. So 1 millimole equals 10 to the power of minus 3 moles. That's one equivalency, okay? And then between joules and kilojoules, we know that 1 kilojoule is 10 to the power of 3 joules. So 1 kilojoule equals 10 to the power of 3 joules. This is why it's so important to know your SI base unit prefixes. So then we can just in here put two unit conversion factors. We don't actually have to do the math here, by the way. It's just making sure we can set this up right. So millimoles per degree Celsius. So we've got to times by two unit conversion factors to end up with kilojoules per mole per degree Celsius. So let's deal with the millimoles first. We want to get rid of millimoles and end up with moles. So I'm not even going to look at numbers or anything. I just know I want millimoles on the top and I want moles on the bottom in order for that to cancel. Then I go back to my equivalency that I just wrote, and I know that for every 1 millimole, that is 10 to the power of minus 3 moles, okay? So that's all I have to do for that one. So if I cancel my units right now, my millimoles cancel and I have joules per degree Celsius per mole. So we're halfway there, right? Joules per degree Celsius per mole. So now I've just got to get joules into kilojoules. So I want joules on the bottom because I want those to go bye-bye. And I want kilojoules on the top. So start with the units first, then worry about the numbers. From my equivalency, I know that 1 kilojoule is equal to 10 to the power of 3 joules. So now we can just double check that everything is cancelling correctly. Okay, we don't actually have to put it in on our calculator or nothing. Okay, so millimoles cancelled, joules cancelled. My final units are kilojoules per mole per degree Celsius, which matches this guy right here. Okay, lovely jubbly. All right, want to do another one real quick? Okay. It's like the same. Okay, we're not going to do that one because it is the same. Okay, so we've got kilogram meters per second and we want to get to gram centimeters per second. So two things we've got to do here. We've got to go from kilograms to grams and we've got to go from meters to centimeters. So let's gather together our equivalency. 1 kilogram is 10 to the power of 3 grams. And 1 centimeter is 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. Would be nice if you did it on the same line. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's do it. Let's just stick them straight into conversion factors. 0.050 kilogram meters per second. Again, we don't actually have to calculate this. We have to calculate anything. We're just making sure our units cancel. So first up, we're going to ditch the kilograms. So I know I want kilograms on the bottom and I want grams on the top. Okay, and I know because I just wrote it down, 1 kilogram is equal to 10 to the power of 3 grams. Okay, so that is what you would do if you're actually going to calculate it, but this is just a dry run. Okay, so at this point, kilograms is cancelled out. So if I pressed equals on my calculator right now, my units would be gram meters per second. Okay, because the kilograms have cancelled out. Onwards. So now we want to get rid of meters and end up with centimeters. So meters to cancel out has to go on das bottom. So there's meters and centimeters goes on the top. Then I'm going to worry about the equivalency I just wrote. So 1 centimeter goes on the top and 10 to the power of minus 2 meters goes on the bottom. So we should be quite happy here with what's cancelling out and what we are left with. So kilograms cancels and meters cancel. So we end up with units of gram centimeters per second. Perfecto.